Singapore, it is a street circuit. It's not the same as the street circuit of Monaco. Monaco, you have to go by barriers and that. There's a lot more runoff area in Singapore. So between the outside of the track, there's probably a metre or two before you get to the barrier in some places.
It's also very humid there, so it's tough physically, also mentally very draining because it's very, very bumpy. It's the longest race on the calendar. And it's tricky because the floodlights are so bright in some places on the circuit. Other places, it's quite dark. It's quite difficult sometimes to get the floodlights all the way around the circuit because you've got trees and what have you. So it's tricky, but I think they've done a great job with the circuit, I must say. But it's tough for us drivers. Because it's a night race, people try and stay on the European time zone, which again is a bit tricky. But for some reason, you seem to have more hours in the day when you're in Singapore, and everyone that visits Singapore for the Grand Prix will say exactly the same. It's very strange. I don't understand why.
We start practice at, I think the race is at 10 o'clock or something, at 10 p.m. at night. But I go to bed at something like 6 a.m. and then I have to wake up at, say I wake up at 2 p.m. And then so we work through the late afternoon, then all the way through the evening. It's really, really strange. But then trying to stay up, no one's around at 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, in the morning. So fortunately the hotel looks after us. We have to eat late, the chefs have to stay up late, as basically the chef has to sleep on our time zone as well. You do have to have really good downforce in Singapore. It is another balance. I mean, you have to have as much downforce as you can put on, but efficiently with not slowing you down too much on the straights. There are a couple of straights which nowhere near as long as what we have in Monza, so it's actually more important the speed you can carry through all the corners.
It's a street circuit, so it's very, very bumpy. You also need a car that's very good under braking. So we'll be doing a lot of work on the Friday and the Saturday morning before qualifying, and hopefully we'll find a good balance.
Singapore has been pretty good for us. Our car is generally quite good over curbs and those kind of things, and I think in the slow speed area corners we are quite competitive. Well, we're a team that exists to win both championships, so I want to make sure that we finish the highest up in the constructors, make sure we finish ahead of Ferrari and win as many races as we can.
And for me, I would say my target is to gain more points in the second half of the season than anyone. That's my aim over the last 9 races, and if we can do that, it's a great place to sort of end the season because we'll be in a very good position for 2012.